Her husband is about to get a tattoo, and she thinks it's the biggest mistake, and she needs our help trying to figure out how to talk her husband out of it. So if you ever have a problem, dilemma, need advice, you can always go to thebertshow.com and send us an email, change names, keep it anonymous. However, whatever makes you feel most comfortable. We'll read it on air, and we'll try to give you our best advice and throw it out to the Bert Show fam. So, Davi, what'd she write?
She says, Bert Show, how do I stop this? I need your help. I need to stop my husband from getting his best friend's name tattooed on him as a memorial piece. Whoa. His best friend passed away about 2 months ago. It was unexpected and devastating for my husband. I was also close to him, and it's been a hard time on me too, but I can't let my husband tattoo his name on his chest. Why? Because I slept with his best friend about a year ago.
Oh, man.
God, you scared me, Thomas.
You can't be doing that, Tommy.
Tommy.
Without giving anybody a heads up.
What? We haven't done... I didn't even know he still had access to that.
I didn't either.
I found it yesterday. I'm like, I'm going to scare the hell out of them.
You didn't even wait 1 minute into the show, dude.
And it's going to be like that today, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. It
All
is.
right.
Continue.
Thanks.
She slept with his best friend about a year ago. Don't you play that thing again. My husband doesn't know, obviously. We only slept together once, and it was after a party we were all at. Nobody was sober.
That doesn't matter.
It makes me feel nauseous to think about what I did. I know I was wrong. I know it's the worst thing I could have done. However, it happened, and I can't take it back. I can't change that. After he passed, I sort of made my peace with it. With him passing away, I felt like I was able to move forward and nobody would ever find out. But if I have to see his name daily, and when we're intimate, I don't know what I'll do. He's planning to get the tattoo this weekend. What do I do? Girl, I don't know.
I feel like this is the universe's way of punishing her for the infidelity.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, it's very obvious. I'm going to be Captain Obvious here as far as the two choices you have. Either you can, come clean to your husband that you slept with his best friend. And this adds, oh my God, this adds so many layers of complication because this was his best friend who is now deceased and he is mourning him and he has built up in his head who this person was.
No, yeah,
so
right.
Now if you tell him this, he's going to have to mourn all over again for a completely different person. You know what I mean?
And I forgot about that part. I'm like, you're not moving forward without taking accountability and telling your husband, then you're not really moving forward. She's like, I thought I was moving forward without anybody finding out. No, that's crap. I totally forgot. There is a deceased person involved.
Yep.
And, on the show, we talk a lot about hey, don't say things about people post-death. That's kind of messed up. They're not there to argue for themselves, right?
Can't defend himself in any way.
Yeah,
can't apologize. Can't do any of that.
Moralistically, I have no idea where to go.
I mean, in all sense, I can't believe I'm saying this. I do. I feel like this is the universe's way of punishing you in that he gets the tattoo and that's what you have to do. Cassie?
I think, one, you cannot tell him because he's grieving and you can't add on to that burden. Don't cleanse your plate and confess your sins to make yourself feel better when it's going to make them feel worse. I think you just go from the angle of listen, I don't want to see our deceased best friend every time we're intimate. Just go from that angle. Be like, I love him just as much, but when I look at you, I want to see you and not be reminded of that sad memory, and I can't do that while we're being intimate. If you go from that angle, maybe he can at least get it on his back, and then it's it's kind of a compromise.
Well, yeah, or
unless
an image.
Unless they figured out some new position that I am not aware of.
Good point.
Yep.
Good point.
Go ahead.
An image, not just tattoo his name. What if she could convince him? So maybe.
Oh no, you mean to put his picture on his chest?
No, not a picture.
That way she can actually see his
that's
face.
Worse. No, not you can make eye contact with both of them at the same time.
Oh
no.
my God, could you imagine?
It's like a menage from beyond the grave. No, that's really weird.
That's really bad.
Weird, Kristen. Why'd you go there? No, I mean Cassie, didn't you have an issue with some tattoos your husband was going to get when he was going to Colorado for his bachelor party and he wanted mountains and wolves and all of these things that represent him? And
I thought he wanted Godzilla.
What did he want?
Yeah, he did. He got the mountains on his leg, but he wanted a Godzilla tattoo at some point.
Okay.
And I let him know my thoughts on it. But at the end of the day, I also said, you know what? It's your body, and if it makes you happy, you can do it. Just please don't make it too scary, so don't have to look at it while we're being intimate.
Is that because you slept with Godzilla, Cassie?
Yo,
Is that why you didn't want him to get Godzilla on his body?
They call him King of all monsters for a reason.
Yeah, so I think Cassie had the most solid advice.
Yeah.
Just if you explain it that way, and then whatever happens, happens. But at this point in time, I highly urge you not to come clean, because I do feel like it's solely for you. It's not for him. And he is grieving the loss of a friend, and that is going to compound the grief. And that's just not cool right now.
So everybody says, don't come clean. We're all going to lie.
Yes.
I like that.
We're not lying. We're just not telling the truth
It's a
yet.
little lie. Yeah.
We're not telling the truth yet.
No new truths.
No.
Nones.
None right now.
No truths whatsoever.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched, you can get more of The Bert Show for free. Just listen to The Bert Show podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.